today. From Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals taking on Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers.
On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Well, look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide. Second down, here's Mostert again.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
First and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
On second down, Mostert.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough for us.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. He'll swing this out to Mostert. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. He sets to fire deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals force the turnover. They'll take over at their own. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end or wide receiver, that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. But they also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws that quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes two to tango. Garoppolo now. First down throw.
That's swung out to Mostert.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll bring up a second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball, and if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Raheem Mostert
punching it in from a yard away. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another...
First down, Garoppolo. Into the secondary, past the 40. And all the way up to the 46. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo.
Samuel bringing in the slant.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert.
Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
Touchdown! From 21 yards away. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On 2nd and 10, Garoppolo. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly, and this one could be coming back. So that one will be accepted. Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Garoppolo.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete to Samuel.
And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
And they'll run with Sermon.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Garoppolo now. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the 49ers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put score.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
They'll run right side with Mostert.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They're feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Garoppolo looks to throw. His throw incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft.
Touchdown 49ers! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. the gun on third. Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage.
They went with the dive look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play there for the Niners. One of the good things about throwing it in his direction, he usually has the size advantage on those two-man catches.
And what I like about his game is that he carries himself at his full height. He understands it's an advantage and uses it at every opportunity.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
They hand it off to Mostert.
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
And the 49ers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Here's Mostert.
And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Touchdown! That's caught. Touchdown pass number 4 of the afternoon for Jimmy Garoppolo as they have taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
From the gun, a run with Mostert.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Once again, it's Mostert.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. 61 yards on the ground for him so far. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
From the 17, Garoppolo. That's complete out left to Ayuk.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Mostert. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
They'll try and run here with Mostert.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Raheem Mostert
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Niners add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo.
He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football and be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And it's nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Here's Mostert. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Here's Garoppolo to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. To throw is Garoppolo. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
81 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Throwing now is Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing. That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw pulled in by Kittle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Raheem Mostert taking it in from 4 yards out. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
It certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Trailing in the 4th. Garoppolo. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Boy, Charles, what a critical call in a tie game late.
You want to have the tight coverage. You don't want to cause the penalty. Pass interference in this case, remember, it's a yardage foul in the NFL, a spot foul where it occurs.
Now Mostert. And some room to work. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
This is Mostert. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock. Partner, still a head-scratcher to me how this one ended, down 3. I just thought, no matter the situation, you're in a spot where you can kick that field goal, go to overtime. Why not do it?
And this is where I think the analytics guys are going to continue to get more and more traction in the league. We've talked about different people now saying, I need a game management coach, someone in the booth to take the emotion out of it. Did they lose track of where they were on the clock? Right? Did they lose track of where they were on the field? Was it makeable for their kicker? All those things come into play here, and it turns out they don't get it done.
So for San Francisco, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.